So, very often in lives, we come across crossroads where we are compelled to choose between two options which were equally pleasing. For instance, I just graduated my BTech this year and I had a few options. I had options to do MS in Cornell and Johns Hopkins University abroad or to do a PhD here at IIT Bombay. My heart was leading me towards the US lifestyle, but my brain told me that this is the right thing, a PhD at IIT Bombay is the right thing for my career. But every time, I'm here at IIT Bombay, but every night when I go to sleep, I fantasize and I think about how my life in the US would have been, how, I wonder how it would have been. So when I'm at such a stage, could you tell me what exactly this conflict of interest is? What should I be doing?
See, we must understand this. People are always thinking when it comes to education, career, choice of partners, marriage, at various points, what is the best thing to do? Let me tell you, there is no best thing to do in the world. Really, there's no best thing to do. Even if you take a very simple thing and put everything that you have into it, if you throw yourself into it, it could become a great thing. Is it the best thing? No. There is no best thing, because how do you decide what is best? What I'm doing is best or what you're doing is best? There's no such thing. Is spiritual process the best thing or chemical engineering the best thing? It'll be foolish even to ask that question, isn't it? It is just that if you throw your life into something, it can become a great thing. So don't look for best things because you'll waste your life always wondering what's the best thing. People come to me, they've been married for 35 years, have 3, 4 children. Sadhguru, I don't know if I made the right choice. I said, well, it looks like you've not been thinking, you've been acting 4 children. So, till the end of your life, you can go on thinking, what is the best thing, what is the best thing? There is no best thing. Whatever we put our heart and soul into and do it, it's a great thing. It may be a simple thing in somebody else's eyes, but in our experience it's a great thing, and that's what we should do.
Hello everybody, Namaskaram Sadhguru. My name is Hiya and I am a first year student here studying in the aerospace department. Being a college student, we live in dorms and hostels and we are surrounded by people day in and day out. And with people comes opinions and ideas. So for instance, let's say I got up in the morning and I got ready for class and I'm about to leave and one of my friends joins me and she casually comments that your hair doesn't look very good today, like what's wrong with it? So some of us are of the type that we will rush back to our rooms and just fix it somehow, that might even mean that we are late for class. But let's say I didn't even do that, but that thing would keep going in my mind, like throughout. I would be in the class but I'll be thinking about my hair. So, it is others' opinions and ideas have a very deep effect, although it varies from person to person, the amount of effect it has. But how do we take the good out of it and still not lose our individuality and uniqueness in the process?
Now, in this world, more money, probably 10 times or even 100 times more money is being spent on hair products than on the brain products. So it looks like a whole lot of people don't care what is inside, they only care what is outside. So, for those people who are in a certain state of their life where they need to intensely focus on something, very intensely, where they need undivided attention to achieve what they want to achieve, normally we shave their heads, so that they don't have to stand in front of the mirror every day. See, I don't have to stand in front of the mirror, every day I look the same. So I don't have to check how am I looking today. So, when you're focused on something else, certain things get less significance. How we look, is it important? Yes, it is. To some extent, it is important in our lives. But right now, you're not going to walk the ramp, you're going to the class, okay? So all you have to do is bundle up your hair, tie it up on top of your head so that they can't see your hair, they can just see the knot and they can see the size of your head, that's a good thing. It is not that one should not be concerned about their appearance, of course it matters, but where does it matter, where does it not matter is something we have to decide. If it matters too much everywhere, I've seen people about 27 times in a minute, they if you're adjusting your hair half the time in your life, what the hell are you going to do of any significance? I'm not saying you should not have hair, I'm not saying you should not keep it well, but if you are so concerned about your appearance, obviously you're a bit empty inside. There's some more stuff within you. You wouldn't be so concerned about your appearance. Taking care of our appearance to a certain extent is important. Well, if you're going into the films or you're a model or something, you have to take care of it much more, maybe. But for an engineer, if you're presentable, it's fine, huh?
And so, it doesn't end at the appearances. It's about the general opinions of life and about ourselves. Let's say anything about us that they have, that people have, they somehow
Whatever
affect
kind of
us.
opinions.
Maybe behavioral traits, like somebody tells me, you speak very loudly, maybe. You speak very loudly all the time. Why do you do that? Maybe, I mean, it hasn't happened with me, I'm just giving an example. So, how do we take… like,
I was
it's a
about
very
to tell you
casual
your trousers are
comment.
torn, but I didn't tell you. There was a time when I lived in denims, nothing but denims, okay? Only Levi's. And because of motorcycling and all kinds of things, they would get torn. We had to get it from United States, otherwise they were locally not available in 60s. So we used to patch it up, but now people are tearing it up and then wearing it. So obviously the message is you don't care a hoot what other people think about you. Let that come into every aspect of your life, you don't really care what other people saying about it. That's the idea, isn't it? The idea of tearing up a new pant and walking is, you don't really care, but that's not the truth with a whole lot of people. How is it torn? Your pant is torn better than mine. So we've gotten into this mess essentially because we have not delved into what this is. There is no profound experience of yourself. Who you are is a bundle of opinions that other people have given. If 10 people say you're good, you will become very good. It's like this. You went outside, somebody told you, oh, you are the most wonderful person on this planet. Then you are floating on cloud number what?
9.
Only 9, huh? In Tamil Nadu, we do 11. So you're floating on cloud number whatever, and you came home, they told you who you really are, and suddenly it'll crash the cloud. Floating on a cloud is not a wise thing, you're bound to crash, isn't it? Hello? Floating on a cloud is not a safe thing to do, you are bound to crash. So, whatever this floating on cloud number whatever is not a good thing because somebody blows you up. I must tell you this. If you have to settle this within yourself, one important thing is, this happened to me in a certain way. My daughter started traveling with me when she was 3.5 months old alone. So I'm driving my little Maruti all over the country, this is the time when I'm building Asia Foundation, and my right leg is always heavy. So I keep one hand on this little baby and drive full on the highways going from town to town, various programs and stuff. So she grew up in many people's homes, every week she's a new home. I made one rule, to all of them, never teach the girl anything. You're not going to teach her ABC, you're not going to teach her 1, 2, 3, you're not going to teach her Mary had a little lamb, because I don't care whether Mary had a lamb or not. Nobody teach her anything. So, because nobody is teaching her anything, she's all eyes and ears. By the time she's 18 months, she's speaking 3 languages very fluently. Nobody taught her anything. I said, no rhymes, no 1, 2, 3, no ABC, nothing. She grew up like this and I wouldn't have sent her to school, but my schedules were crazy, plus no company of that age group around, she's the only girl. So I put her into school. When she was around 12, one day she came home little disturbed because of what happened at the school. And she said, "You're teaching so many things to everybody, you're not teaching me anything." I said, "Well, I am not known to do these things unsolicited. Now that you've come, we could try something." I said, "See, this is all you need to know. You never look down on anybody, nor do you ever look up at anybody." Then she looked at me like this, "What about you?" kind of thing. I said, "See, if you look up to me, you will miss me completely. If you look up to me, what will you do? You'll take my picture and nail it into the wall. You will miss who I am. The value of who I am will be completely missed if you look up to me. You have to just look at me for what I am, for everything that I do, not look up to me. If you look up to me, you know, nailing is all that'll happen. So this is a simple thing, never look down on anybody, never look up to anybody. As simple as it sounds, this means you have no judgment in your head as to what is good, what is bad, what is high, what is low, what is virtue, what is sin. You're willing to look at life just for what it is. If you see life simply for what it is, you will effortlessly navigate through life. All these things will not even be an issue in your life.